Now this video will be totally different from what you have ever heard before
Come here.
So if you have not yet felt the fire, the flame, come on and heat it up over here with us.
Oh yes.
So the best dating advice you'll ever hear
or
get.
Yeah, we said though, the best dating advice you ever hear. Come on, them ready for this, you want to know what it is? Oh my gosh, you want to know? Tell them.
Tell them. I'm gonna let you know when we go after this intro.
After this intro. Just hold on.
Fumble a bag, now I will not fumble a bag. Fumble a bag, now I will not fumble a bag. Goes.
Now, the topic for today will be, is divorce an option?
Is divorce an option? Let us know.
Everybody has a different view on this.
Man, everybody has a different view and strong views too.
Very strong views. You understand? Now, we want to start out with the baby steps to lead up to that last part of the divorce, if it's an option or not. Now, many people will have individuals that will learn about, will go through lives and will have a friendship with them. Some people pass a friendship stage. But within that friendship stage, what really happens is you have some situationships, friends with benefits, and you have sex on even first dates, bro. So, you know what comes out of that? Confusion, mixed feelings, you being a friend but you're feeling like you're a girlfriend because this guy giving you a lot of different ill effects, and you're just feeling like you're having a little taboo moment now and then you just have a, all sort of different feelings.
Oh my goodness.
And that can mess up the brain, that can really affect your back with the brain, bro. You know? And so I believe that having sex on a first date can really and truly have bad implications on an individual, especially the female. And this, you are going to see how it connects and ties to sometimes divorce, if it goes that far for a couple.
And I believe, bro, I agree with you that having sex on the first date is never a good option. It's never the right option. And no matter how strongly you feel towards this person, female or male, having sex with the person, the first date, you guys just going out, you guys just getting to know each other. The night is done, it's wound down, and here you are in bed with this random stranger.
Sad, brother.
Now, we know for a fact that females get attached way more emotionally than men do. For men, it's the physical. That's it. If it goes further than that, then you start to develop feelings. But the moment females do that, they are emotionally attached. And then you become emotionally attached to probably the worst person in the world.
Somebody who can be a narcissist, a controlling freak.
Oh my goodness, and the list goes on.
Man, that's really going to be detrimental to you. And you have some people as well where you just jump into a relationship with them without knowing their past.
Exactly.
With promiscuity. And you're like, where this person come from? Them have so much people.
Exactly. So they're promiscuous, And also having the sex on the first date is a a promiscuous thing to do as well.
That is correct.
You know? And then now, what are the cons of being promiscuous? You know, it gives you a bad image because people might find out that, hey, this girl or this guy, you know, gets into it on the first date, so you have a reputation, and probably not a good one, right? Cons of being promiscuous, you might use protection, but hello, it protects you for up to here. You know, things can happen, accidents can happen, you can get STDs, all sorts of things. You know, you can get pregnant, you can end up, you know, getting into relations with a psychopath, and you know, it can just spiral out of control. So, you know, promiscuity is never a good thing. There's always, it's the cons. There's no pro to be you know, a promiscuous person. So, you know, you can check out our thing. You know, promiscuity is she for the, you know, for the streets. You know, there are so many videos that we have that we talk about promiscuity. You know, in terms of what are you attracting the man?
You have a lot of people who they do things that's gonna attract the man wrongfully, because what really happens is that some women they put on some dress, they put on some
an image, you know,
something that's not
how they are.
A fake representation.
Oh my goodness.
And so you try to attract this man in such a way where you know down
and then
the
what
line,
happens when you get him?
See them can't maintain it. You understand?
Listen to me now, man.
And so if the man now end up get married, we're getting to the point, you know.
Yeah, man,
we're just building up.
Getting there. You're going to hear the best advice ever.
I tell you, the man now gets so excited to see that, wow, this is what she has introduced me to. Wow, she has her makeup, she's sweet, she's nice, and
nice, fake hair, fake
everything. You understand? Then when it is that he decides to go further, and he jumps right into the marriage, then he's seeing something totally
wake up
different.
to a totally different person beside him.
Bro, problem that, you know.
It scared the man, you know, out of his wits.
And not to tell you that also, you know, you can't wear makeup or you can't really put yourself together to enhance your look.
But it mustn't be that
if you're living that
is
every day.
The opposite side of the spectrum when you take off the makeup, and that's a bad thing.
Problem, you know. So that is one more thing that I realized that also, you know, can lead up to this divorce issue that we're about to talk about. And we find as well that you have so many individuals who are out there and you are not providing the best that you can for a relationship. So you're just giving a half-hearted support, half-hearted involvement. You don't have nothing really that you want to give of substance to your partner. So you get into this relationship because of what they have, and you really and truly just want to take, and you don't want to give. So what really happens is that you are in this relationship just because, okay, you know, they can be able to provide this for me, they can be able to balance off this for me.
You're getting everything sorted out for you.
Yeah. And so what really happens is that when you reach to the point where you say, no, I'm going to get married to this person because they already have this doing for me. You reach to a point now where in this relationship, this individual, because of, and this is how we link in the sex, having sex on the first date now to the divorce. Because you had sex on the first day, oh my gosh, this was so nice. You know, the man him chip your brain to such a place where you just remember the penis, you know, you just remember that only.
Nothing else.
And so, you know, you want to get married to this man because you just always remember this.
And guess what now, bro? You see, you know, they get so caught up in the sex and the whole activity that they miss the red flags.
Mercy.
They miss the red flags, they're running into a marriage. All they know is that, boy, John can put it on palm. But they don't know anything about John. They miss the fact that John don't give a rat's ass about you. You understand? So we have to understand that you can't miss the red flags, and of course we have a video out on red flags, the do's and don'ts of relationship. And if you just meeting somebody for the first time, you know, you give it away, you know, that's all. Setting up yourself for failure.
failure right there. You know, and so that red flag is pretty much you having sex on the first date.
That's
right
a red flag.
It is a red flag. No
definitely.
matter how you think about it, you need to test.
Yes.
Enough people say you can't buy a pussy in the bag, and so that's why you have to feel what it feels like. But if you start out the relationship like that, then eventually going through, if it is that relationship doesn't maintain that kind of energy sexually, then it can lead to you now thinking that, boy, you know, say, yo, other things that starts up, because life will happen, and other important things will come into play. And so if you didn't start that relationship well for the right reason and just for that sex, because the boy him can put it on for you, boy, she can angle this and she can twist and she turn and she climb, you know, what will eventually happen is that divorce will become an option, because you are in this for just the sex. And when the sex isn't so good, when the sex isn't going on well, when life is coming on and everything,
man, no substance,
and you need that support from the person. You need that person to come and to have future plans and, you know, work alongside with you. You don't have that. You know, not God fearing, can't pray with you when certain things happen. And so the reality is that within that marriage, if you reach that far, that right, even though we're talking about divorce, because divorce can only happen within marriage. So once you're within that marriage now, you're gonna see that, okay, this isn't really anything that's gonna work out for me, because the sex can cut it.
Split up.
So that's where divorce becomes an option for you, right? But yet still, how do you deal with that so it doesn't become
an option? And then, as I said, the Bible also, you know, doesn't believe in divorce. It's only in the instance of infidelity, right? And I believe, like for me, if you know you meet up on somebody, of course, you know you're gone into the relationship headlong. You miss the red flags, him start to beat you. Him start to do things that you don't expect. He start to stop doing things or not do things that he should be doing, you know. Making your life miserable, you talk about it, you go to counseling, you pray about it, nothing happens. I think you can go. But, you know, of course, the Bible speaks that if you have divorced, you must wait until their partner is deceased. Before you try to. That's why you say until death do us part. It's not a joke. It's not a line that you just say because it sounds pretty.
That is right.
It's a serious thing.
That is
right. But apart from that, we are going to give you the best advice of how now to avoid getting divorced.
That's right. So the first thing that I would want to let you know is that go into a relationship firstly by growing and building the foundation, the fundamentals, to ensure that the friendship is built first. You go through the dating phase.
Man, you have to get through those stages.
Go through those stages, and then you realize that, all right, there are so many different things. You're gonna have differences, you know, but there are so many different things that we may have more of in common than those that are different. And so you see and you see if it's in alignment, and once that's the way that you see it, seek counseling. So the pre-engagement counseling, go through those different things, discuss future plans, see if you
and even before that mindset. Talk about you know, marriage. When you get to that stage, know where the person's headspace is. Do they want to get married? Do they feel so strongly about me that they want to be with me for the rest of their life? Then you will know if you really should be going
down that road
with this person.
You know, and so I believe that sequence, following that sequence, will help you to be able to branch off into marriage better.
Successfully. And also, not to forget with God in the center and at the forefront.
Important.
Because once you go down those lines and you have God there and God says, this is the person, and you both are connected to God. Let me tell you, man, divorce is never an option.
Never an option. And that is what I want to let you know. So
it's the best advice we can give you.
Best advice we can give you, because many of you, yes, you might have followed the same sequence, and you still end up to the place where you start to think about divorce. But what happens when it is that you want to opt out? You know, what really will you do? You still have counseling. You can still see counseling. If one partner doesn't want to get the counseling, both of you can still find a way. There's always 4 solutions to a problem. and you can find the best one to help that issue or that problem, so it doesn't have the issue being there just the same. So divorce definitely doesn't have to be an option outside of death, right? And if it is that there's death, there's no divorce, because you just basically just have that marriage being null and void anymore. But if divorce is any option for you, it's because you would have overlooked the red flags. You would have done some things initially where down the line it started
promiscuity that leads to, you know, that leads to infatuated expectations
and lust,
man.
and all of these things.
Man, and so you know, you derail,
no
you're
substance.
gone off the rail, and you jump off the cliff and you headlong into a divorce.
Yeah.
Might not be 1 year time, might be 5 years time, but eventually.
Yeah.
So our advice, the best advice we can give you, put God first, follow those steps, and you will be successful more than not, you know, in your relationship and, you know, in your marriage. That is what we have to say.
That's all. And that's the best
That's the
advice
best
we can
advice
give you,
we
and it's
can
coming
give you.
from our hearts.
Oh,
you
yes.
understand?
You know,
So
you feel the connection.
so if you really and truly have a different opinion from us,
Let us know.
let us know. Leave it in the comments.
Oh,
And as we always say,
Yes.
always hit the like, subscribe and share button.
Do the right thing.
Does a lot for us.
Yeah.
So do the right,
Right
thing.
thing, man.
We told you it was gonna be the best advice ever that we're gonna
And you
give
must agree.
And if you don't, you can leave it in the comments.
Yeah, let
We
us
can
know
be able to
if you
discuss.
have the best advice. But
Yep.
this is what we have that is best from us to give to you.
That's right.
Yeah, bro. So,
With that being
with
said,
that being said, we have just completed another episode, and we are happy to have had you here on the show. And, you know, we will see you again next week.
yeah, man. Next week, when we are gonna have the introduction of the Womathon,
Oh,
because
mercy,
we
yes.
have a
Womathon
twist to
is
our Womathon.
back. And this year it's bigger and better.
Things that you're not expecting. So you know, they're gonna
Oh,
see.
man.
They're gonna see.
You're gonna see,
know?
you're gonna
So
see.
next week, same time,
At same place, right here on the couch.
We out. People.
We know that you want